Hey guys, a couple things I've come across lately that I think is worth talking about. One is I watched an interview of a guy who I won't tell you the interview or whatever. You can kind of put the pieces together, but basically he had compartmentalized his life in such a way that he was actually living like his religion told him one thing, and his nature and sort of lifestyle and everything told him another. Another. It was a complete different system of living, different standards and things, and he had compartmentalized so many pieces of his life that like things were still working, but he was starting to get, he was starting to really have symptoms like, depression and kind of mental breakdowns and emotional things. And the interesting part of his story is that when he finally kind of like he went and saw a therapist and kind of was able to see after a little while that he mainly just needed to be real, be true to himself and be real, have the courage to be who he is in public no matter what, right? And when he did that, there was some fear at first, but then like everything went better, right, for his life, and he started getting healthier and happier, and things really just fell into place for him. Well, I was reading this little book, 50 Things That Really Matter, and it's not necessarily an amazing read. It's just kind of got little stories in there, but the very last one is courage is the topic. And she's this writer is talking about this kind of religious group that was in her town, the Mennonites, I believe they're called, and they do a lot of things a little bit more like similar to like Amish, right? They pass up on certain conveniences and things to maintain their life. She says their faith teaches them to live in the world but not of it. That so often means turning down the conveniences, comfort, and glamour of the latest advancements and saying, our simple traditions are good enough. While the world insists that change is not only fashionable but required for survival, plain folks have the guts to put their lives on the line by trusting that their ways will sustain them. And why shouldn't they? A modern world of computers, cell phones, and SUVs may be swirling around them, but nothing has come along that has proven superior to their foundations of honesty, faith, hard work, and commitment. Now, I'm not preaching to turn down conveniences or, business opportunities and stuff. In fact, half of my channel is, stay up with the times so you can get an edge. But the point of this is they want to live a certain lifestyle, right? And in a world that tells everybody that you've got to be up to date on your clothes, your fashion sense, your house needs to be a certain way, your car should look a certain way, you got to have the latest cell phone and tech gadgets and all this stuff. In reality, nothing has come along to really change, that much about people's lives. So it's all sort of fluff, unless you're really using it for business opportunities. It's all kind of it's just extras. So once again, it reinforces from a different perspective, live the life you want to live and don't listen to the noise. People all have their opinions on how your life should be, but it's from their perspective. So get good feedback from people you trust and care about, but don't necessarily live your life because others are telling you it should be this way. The one thing that, the two stories I talked about, the interview and the book, both of them came from tradition. Tradition can be a very cool and good thing, and it can also be a harmful thing. So you need to take a look at your traditions and decide what do they bring you, what do they offer you, and what if you didn't follow them? How would that affect your life? And if you do follow them, how does that affect your life, right? Traditions can be good, they can be bad, they can be somewhere in between, right? So take a look at your life, analyze things, look around you and say, okay, the fact that everyone's got a smartphone and spends hours on Facebook, does that improve their lives or does it make it worse? Most studies say people that use Facebook are more depressed or sadder than people who don't use Facebook. There are occasions when that's not true, right? Take a look. Live your life according to your terms in order to be the best person that you can be. And everything, you'll have just this, you won't have the dichotomous life that so many people live for years and years and years until it kind of comes to a head. If you can kind of understand and see these stories before it's your turn, you can kind of eliminate that path and just live true to yourself. So anyway, check out my website's been down. I've been struggling with my host, but anyway, eventually it'll be back up. Go to bronsonwilks.com. Follow us on Facebook, The Lifestyle, The Healthy, Wealthy, and Happy, and also on Twitter, Bronson Wilks. So peace.